Hey guys, and welcome to a new video. Today we're going to be doing a tutorial on this Minecraft elevator with working doors called buttons, and today will be a bit of an explanation on where I've been. So let's start this video with where I've been. So I've been gone for a bit because I've had problems with storage, making videos, having headaches with my NAS not working, and my Wi-Fi dropping out because of the NAS. A NAS is a networked attached storage, in case you didn't know, and basically acts as a server. If you're on my Discord, you've already heard about this in detail. Anyway, let's get on with the video. I'm sorry I've been gone for a bit. So for this tutorial, you're going to need sticky pistons, regular pistons, observers, an input, but it can't be constant, so buttons would help massively in this build, a redstone repeater, redstone dust, redstone blocks for later on, slime blocks, anything to build your circuits on, immovable objects, in this case I'm using obsidian, something to go on the tunnel of the lift, but you can use any immovable objects, in this case I'm using terracotta because it looks a bit nicer, and your building blocks, which in case I'm using smooth stone, and an iron block. So what we're first going to do is build the actual area where you're going to be sitting, or waiting for the elevator. So I'm going to be using smooth stone and iron blocks for this. I'm using iron for the walls and smooth stone for the roof and the bottom. For the floor, sorry. So if I come out like so, say this is where your floor is. So in your case, this is probably your base and stuff. Then come forward a couple blocks into the wall. So then just destroy this for now. So then you have an idea of where you're going to want. You're going to want to go back around. I'd say 4 blocks to keep the door in place. So 4 blocks. And then you're going to have the immovable objects, which in this case you're going to use terracotta. So I'm going to destroy these two, and then build a ring out like so, or if you're building in the wall, destroy a ring out like so, and replace it with terracotta. So with that, you're going to come out. Sorry, you're going to come over to and place 2 pistons facing in the direction of the hallway. Do the same on this side, and then these are going to be your doors, so you can just place iron on their faces, and there you are. Then you're just going to build out the wall one more, and to allow wiring you're going to come out like so and then like so. So it's a bit of a weird design, but if you want the call buttons in the way I have it with these pistons that go up, so if the elevator's up there, I don't know, yeah, it's up there, so you press that and it goes all the way to the top and activates it, sending the elevator down. So if you want it like that, then you can build it out like this, then you can have the piston here or at the top like so, to allow it to do that. So do the same on this side, just for mirroring it. But realistically, if you don't want to have it like that, you could have it like this, because there's nothing else you need to hide, but realistically you might as well do it like this to allow it to look a bit more symmetrical and look nicer in your base. Just destroy this, and then you can just build your roof by using some terracotta, and then just use your roof blocks. I would like to mention, if you're playing in Java, then which this only works in Java by the way, that you should use something immovable. Like, it doesn't really matter what you use, but I choose terracotta because I think this looks the nicest. So now we're going to build the carriage. The way you build the carriages is we'll start with the floor one. So build 4 blocks, then put 4 slime blocks, then an observer facing out from the door. So you see the doors here, you place it facing outwards, then place a piston facing downwards, a slime block there, slime block on its piston's face, then a piston facing upwards with slime block, and then an observer facing downwards if you're looking at the face of it, or upwards, whichever way you prefer to say it. Then let's build the top one, the top for the carriage. So 4 blocks, 4 slime blocks, observer, sticky piston, slime block, and then slime block on that piston, and then come down here to allow you to build the piston there, and then slime block and observer. So you should have 2 working flying machines. We'll just test them. There's one. Just try to stop it now. And we'll try the bottom one. Let's go invisible object there, so I know to stop it. And there you are. And then have to bring it down and down. There we go. Come out and we'll destroy this. So there you have the two carriages that actually move. So now we're going to want to start with the redstone that powers all of it. Now to activate the two piston flying machines at the same time, we're going to be using observers, sticky pistons, anything to build on, redstone repeaters, redstone dust, and a button. So we'll first start with the actual activate button. So come into the elevator on the far wall, which is the direction you walk into, and come out one block and then put a button there and then build up to allow it to hide the fact that there's a hole there. Then you're going to place a piston facing downwards and one facing upwards. Then put an observer on its face and build up two, and then go across and then place a piston here. And then just link that up with redstone, and that's that part of the redstone done. Or alternatively, if you want to save a tiny bit of redstone, then you could do it like so, so that'll come up. Or if you really want to, you have to face another. But in this case, just for safety, I'm going to do it like this. And for the piston facing downwards, you're going to want to place a observer facing in this direction, so the power comes out of it. Then go down 2 blocks, put redstone on its head, and then come down another block with a repeater facing outwards with 1 tick on it, and then another block up, and then 2 blocks down, another block coming out the side with redstone dust, and another repeater with a block on it at the front of it, and then come down 1 more with redstone, and then again to another repeater, and then at a regular piston. Now the reason we've done it like this is so it has a 3 tick delay, but only a 1 tick like lasting time. So it doesn't go so it doesn't last 3 ticks, it only takes 3 ticks and then ends in 1 tick to allow it to activate properly. So we do this. As you can see, these are moving in sync. Now I need a movable object, so I'm just going to get some obsidian from this one and go and catch those flying machines, because they're just flying off now. Stop it here. I would also like just to quickly mention, this design, the only thing limiting you from going as high as you want is the chain going up, which I've used pistons and slime blocks and redstone blocks for. None of the wiring actually links in any other way than those little activating things I've used. So if you want to, you can make this go from bedrock to sky level. Now I'll actually do the mechanism that catches the top elevator. So first, build around like so you can have just to hide it all, to make it a bit nicer. And plus you're going to need to put those in, or you're going to fall out the elevator when it's moving up, and it has to be, like I said, something movable. So first we need to find now where the top of the elevator is. So there it is. And then you want to place a piston facing outwards, come up 2 blocks and out 1, and then place a redstone torch there, and bud power will power it. Then come out 1 more, and set repeats to 4 ticks, and build around to make a 4x4 area. Then you go down to the bottom, get a observer, then place redstone dust on top of a block, then redstone dust, then another block, redstone dust, and you're going to want to work your way up using any type of transparent object. I'm using glass because I prefer glass, I find it easier to use. Then just build up to allow it to get to the top. Now if you activate this, it would catch it when it gets to the exact position, in this case 2 blocks high. And that is the bottom mechanism pretty much done, except for the doors, which we shall do now. You want to come down 1 from the top of the catching mechanism, and you want to place a repeater set to 2 ticks, going into a piston with a block on its head, and then going out 1, and then placing redstone dust. Also, I need to apologize, you need to come down, you need to come across 1 more with the doors. I apologize for that. So we just come back and we'll place the doors 1 more across. That's an interesting sound. Never heard that before. Then you're gonna come over, place movable objects there. This is, you'll see why you need that later. And then build a line of redstone going across. Destroy that one and place a 1 tick repeater on there. Okay, I fixed it. What you have to do is, instead of having it like this, build up 1 block, destroy that one, and place redstone there. Now with that, the doors work, and the call-in and catch mechanism will work if they're timed properly. So now let's shoot them back up to somewhere where we can use it, and we'll set up a place. So just launch it off. Now that you've got the elevator up to wherever you want it, I'm building it relatively high. You could make this go from like a go up 4 blocks if you really want to, but I'd find that very inefficient, realistically, if I'm perfectly honest. But it's wherever you floats your boat. So we're going to build out 1, like around the sides, to create your tube, as you did last time. Then just build up, destroy these 2 blocks, and just build up. Now that you've built that, you can just build out your normal structure. You can come out 1, put your pistons, do the same on the other side, destroy, then place your door blocks, place again, then come out 1, and then out 1 more, and then just build in your floor, and then build into your floor. Now with that, you're going to want to just build out your roof. Now you want to come in here, destroy that block, and then come outside, fly around or walk around or mine around, whatever you're doing. Place a button there, and then build out the hole. Then like the bottom, you're going to want to build 1 piston facing downwards, and then on top of the block, a piston facing upwards with a observer, and then you want to get any type of building block. And then build up 1 across, so put redstone there, and you want to get a repeater. Put a repeater set to 1 tick, then block up, redstone dust, block, then repeater set to 1 tick, then block up with a redstone dust on top, and then a block on top of the repeater with redstone dust on top, and a block up and across, like so. Redstone repeater, block, redstone, come down 1, redstone, and then place a regular piston to activate it. Then you want to come down with a observer facing downwards or upwards, whatever you prefer to say. Come down 2 blocks. Sorry, come down 2 blocks and destroy the one in the center. Come across, redstone, and then place a regular pistons facing towards the observer. So now it should send them both at the exact same time. Well, send one a bit later, so then they move at the same time. And as we can see, that's how it's working. Okay, now that at the bottom, we should see the top one get catched, and it should stop it. So if we go down here, it's a perfect elevator. And we'll send them back up to the top. Now we're at the top. Okay, that's going to happen. You need to come down a couple blocks just to try and stop it. So we'll just get an immovable object, come down 2 blocks and just destroy that, and then just send it down. And there you are. So then it keeps it in the correct place. Now let's make the catching mechanism. Now let's build the catching mechanism that will get the actually stop the bottom elevator part. So you want to find the bottom block that's below the floor and place a piston. You can come out to, destroy the center block, and place a redstone torch. Now with this, it's a bit different from the bottom, so you're going to have to come across, up 1. That was a very interesting way of me doing that. Then you're going to place redstone on top of those, and you're going to want to try and, well, zigzag your way down. So come up, redstone, then just do this the way up until you get up here. The easiest way I think to do it is to add the observer and then come across 1 block and like so, and work your way down because it'll be easier for you to link up the redstone. So like so. Actually, sorry, come across 1 more block over here, place your redstone your repeater set to 4 ticks like the bottom, and then place your redstone, and that should work. So if we send these back down, and I'll send them back up. Okay, so the piston's almost here, so this should hopefully stop them in the correct place, and it has. Now with that, you've pretty much finished it. Now we'll just add, so that's all elevator work. Now we'll just add the door end, so just come off like last time with repeater set to 2 ticks, and come across 1 tick, and then block, and just put some blocks across. And just to be safe on the, like what happened at the bottom, we do that little hump, and that should make it so the doors should close when the elevator leaves. So we'll just test that. Doors close, and the test that it works when they get here. I'll do that, and no glitches. Now with that, you've essentially finished the entire elevator. Now all you have to do is connect up cool buttons like I've done over here. There's no need really for me to show this, but in this case you can easily see what I've done. All you have to do is place buttons on any part of these areas, or you have the cool button wherever you want. Maybe you want to have it so it's like automatic, like an automatic elevator. You can set it up to a timer, which you can do, and then you just connect it up. In this case I've used slime blocks, redstone blocks and pistons, and just linked it up, and all you have to do is power these 2 pistons at the same time to whatever extended period, since they are observers. Now with that, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope to see you in the next video. I'm very sorry that I've been gone for a long time, and I hope you enjoyed the new intro and outro. Bye guys.